Welcome to SKUMCAST.
Hi guys, welcome again to SKUMCAST. I am Jacob Bishop, your lovely host, and my beautiful man over here, Corey Madiabas. Say hello.
Hello!
That is my co-host over there. Man, he is a lovely son of a bitch. I just want to fuck him right in the ass. And our guest star today is Ryker Gillespie.
Yeah,
Gillespie, there we go. Perfect, I got it. But we're gonna call him Blade.
How you guys doing?
What's up?
That's Ryker, and we got this bitch over here, Eddie Lopez, 3/4.
That's all, dude.
So we recently have gotten a laugh track.
No, it's a live studio audience. They're actually there.
That's right.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
They're all held at gunpoint.
I'm so glad you're laughing at that. I was so nervous. Oh.
They're just, they're just there with a couple of bullets ready to be blown.
I'll paint a picture for you.
That's right. That's right.
I'll paint a picture for you. Remember the wedding scene in the first Shrek movie where they had the applause? Pretty much like that.
Don't add it. Like every time. Are you cutting it off too? So you're just making it even more fake. It just like stops abruptly. Man, these people really listen.
You trained them well.
Wow. Okay. So Ryker, what is it that you do? What is it that you do to get me excited?
I'd like to say I'm a music producer, but honestly, I just trick people into coming into buying cars. That's my day job.
So, a normal car salesman. But except they trick them into doing music.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's all like reverse.
No one leaves without my studio business card.
Yeah, what if car sales, we just walk into Ryker's studio and all of a sudden he's just like, we're ready to make some music, and he's like trying to offer us all these different cars.
I'll tell you where your guitar is going to sound best, okay? In this brand new, slightly used minivan.
Just takes off his clothes. There's like a full-blown suit underneath it.
How did I do that? I was wearing a t-shirt. Corey's having a lot of fun with our studio
That
audience.
laugh track, man. That shit gets that gets my juices flowing right there.
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
In all seriousness, though, yeah, trying to be a music producer. Go follow us on Facebook, Sound Reaper Studios, and if you guys are in the Casa Grande area and you need anything recorded, mixed, or mastered, or if you just need help writing, hit us up.
Hell
Eddie,
yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Lopez here. He helps me out with that as well. He's my co-engineer. Brought in a lot of talent.
Yeet.
Eddie doesn't do shit. He's just there.
I'm just there for moral support and to buy things.
And to buy a new car
You
each
know, he
time.
invests.
To buy a new car.
Hey man, I mean you always need to invest in your business. Like that's basically always what you need to do with any sort of spare money, really.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to invest in yourself, no one else is either.
Exactly. Hashtag entrepreneurship.
Hey man, I like entrepreneurship as the next person, but goddamn that shit's hard.
Oh dude, tell me about it. I was at a startup for like 2 years and haven't been paid a dime.
But
Have you tried shivving him before he shivs you?
no, I said tickling.
Nah.
Tickle me Elmo.
Wow.
Not gonna lie, that was like a blend of Elmo and the fucking Joker.
That kind of was actually.
Speaking of Joker, like I pretty much did exactly what he did before he went on what was his name,
right
Arthur
before he
Murray
died.
or Franklin Murray's show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I practiced being on the show, like practicing what I would say to questions.
For our podcast?
Yeah, before
Really?
I came in.
Well, like what? Okay, well, so what questions were you like expecting from us?
I honestly
You
don't-
should know.
I mean, you already asked me. You already pretty much brought up some of the topics when
Yeah.
we were in the studio.
Hey, so speaking of topics, Ryker,
You like pulling your horn, bud?
you like distributing free literature?
I'm not Mormon.
Oh, well,
Well, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
I meant jerking off.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's so. We also had like a conversation before. I wanted to like bring this up real quick, but have you ever been like embarrassed to like everyone? I feel like everyone's been through that stage where it's just like, oh shit, I've jerked off, and like
God hates me.
God hates me, and I shouldn't tell anyone else because I know there's some loyal boys out there, and they never want to talk about it because. You ever been through that stage where it's just like you feel like there's other people that don't do that and you're like the only one?
Like every third time, yeah.
Yeah, but then you find out later on that literally everyone does it.
Yeah.
Every guy does it.
And then you're fine.
And then like when the girlfriend comes up and she's like, "Yeah, he doesn't jerk off like ever." And then you're thinking in your head, you're like, "That boy." Let me tell you.
When he's done, or at least he claims he's done with you, he's in the bathroom.
Pretty
doing
much,
that,
yeah. If he really doesn't like you.
Yeah. Or if he didn't have to think about, somebody else while he was in the middle.
Imagine guys faking their own orgasm. They're faking their own like.
Hey man, you're talking about leveling the playing field there.
Like he shoots out his semen and sucks it back up in his penis. Wouldn't that be a trick?
It doesn't count.
That's like, I call that the vacuum.
That takes shooting blanks to a whole nother level, my friends.
But the real reason why I brought you on here today, Ryker, is for your beautiful story. I know that you have to tell.
Oh fuck.
That me and Eddie know about, but somehow Corey doesn't. I thought I told him about it, and I'm pretty sure if he starts telling it, I feel like you're gonna remember because it is a very memorable story. It's one of those. It's one of those stories that he took one for the team.
All right, if it's as epic as you claim, then
It's
I would remember this.
I wouldn't really call it epic. It's a fucking horror story.
It is. Yeah, but
Well, I mean, I just finished season 3 of American Horror Story. I'm like 8 years late to the party, but fuck
yeah,
it.
Ryker comes in later.
I'm in season 4.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. All
You
right.
see him in the background. But yeah, Ryker, go ahead and tell the story. Even if Corey has heard it, a lot of men need to know this because I didn't know it.
Oh man, I don't even fucking know where to begin.
From the beginning.
I know where to begin.
Okay.
So wait. So how did you meet this girl? First of all,
Tinder.
Tinder, of course.
Let's keep it simple.
God damn it!
Keep it simple.
Lovely,
Oh yeah.
lovely Tinder.
It's the best Tinder experience I've had because it's the only Tinder experience I've had.
Hey, Tinder's a hit or miss, like mostly miss.
Yeah. Like.
Wow, you're lucky. I've had multiple letdowns with Tinder, so it's just
Same
like
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's one.
can't quite say that, but yes.
Yeah,
A
it's
lot
one out of like
ads.
every million, pretty much.
Most of them are insecure introverts that don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, go ahead and so kick this off.
Okay. Fuck. I guess I'll just. So, we had a couple of encounters, dates, hearsay, before this, but yeah, it was my parents had gone away for the weekend to go hunting, so she came over. Obviously, as things are getting to the fun part.
Yeah, you're hunting for the pussy.
Yeah. Well, found it, but
It was actually in her pants. It was pretty crazy.
But she, oh man, if I'm not gonna give any names, obviously.
Well,
but
yeah.
if she didn't want to, be in her line of work, she could have been a fucking porn star. I swear to God.
Ooh.
It was fun. But she wanted to try,
Wow. All right.
oral with ice cube in her mouth. So we did. I'm lying on my back on the couch while she's doing that.
And a quick side note for girls that they like that. Like it's actually a known thing that girls like ice cubes
Yeah,
and
I've
then
heard
eating
that.
pussy.
It's a good point. It works for women. Does not work for men. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
I want to hear this. You got me hooked.
Yeah, okay.
And that ends the podcast.
That's all right.
Stay tuned for Riker's.
Yeah, to be continued.
This is how we get our fans.
Right. That's you always leave them wanting more. But no, yeah. So that's happening. She's using an ice cube. Feels amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Until we want to take things to the actual bedroom, and I stand up. and I realize I can't stand up on my left leg. And my left arm is feeling kind of numb. I'm like, wait, I know this feeling. And then the left side of my face starts to drop, and I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a fucking stroke in the middle of sex. I don't know. Thank you for laughing at my pain. Kill the child. There.
That child didn't follow along with the fucking laugh. Kill it.
I'm sorry, right?
No, it's a funny story, honestly.
It's like my grandmother just died a week ago.
But it's cool. That's how you get the laughs. If you can't laugh at yourself, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I realize I am either having a stroke or something, but the left side of my body goes completely numb, and she's kind of freaking out. I try my best to stay calm, so that I don't possibly go into a full-blown heart attack.
Good point. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that show, Sex Sent Me to the ER. I would have probably made it to that show.
Dude, you should apply for that show.
Well, it's a little late now, but
oh yeah.
Also not as fun as, like, you know, having a toaster shoved up your ass, but
What?
I need to watch this show.
I thought it was the outlet.
Right? So yeah,
I thought it was a jar.
So I'm like trying my best to stay calm through that. I like just kind of stand up and I think, okay, maybe I can just let it pass. So I literally just like relax and not do anything. And I have one of those grip exerciser things so that I have a better grip when I'm jerking off.
Okay.
You know, 'cause it wears off after a while.
I have the finger strengthener thing too, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so, you know, that's a way to test that I'm getting my strength back in my left side, and my lip isn't like, I'm just trying to fight a fucking stroke. But, yeah, so that was fucking scary. Obviously, being the idiot I am, I didn't go to the hospital right away. I thought, you know, I'm going to wait it out, and I'll see how I feel in the morning.
Holy, you actually waited? I didn't know
did.
this part.
Yeah, I didn't go to the hospital first thing.
What?
Yep, we stayed there until it passed. Just like try to keep my heart rate down, watching some YouTube, and a little while later, when things felt like they were feeling fine, we tried to go at it again.
What the fuck?
And it didn't go well, and I got further than I did last time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but yeah, and then the numbness started coming back.
What?
Yep.
I would think numbness would be good.
I tried fucking myself into a stroke twice.
Holy shit, dude! I didn't know that part actually.
That's fucking insane. Oh my
What a
god.
fucking trooper.
Needless to say, like the next morning, I called my parents and told them, like, hey, I think I may have had a stroke or a TIA, because we looked it up that night to see if there was anything similar to it. Totally ruined my parents' hunting trip. My grandma and my aunt and my uncle all came to take me to the fucking emergency room, where I had to lie my ass off about how it happens.
And
Yeah.
none of them knew the reason why.
No,
right?
no, to
Where
this
was,
day, none of them are gonna know, because I hope none of them listen to this. If so, well, you know now.
Well, yeah. Well, just don't tell them.
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell. So yeah, I just told them that, like, she was, like, we were just hanging out on the couch and her head was on my shoulder, and I thought it was just going to sleep, and then she took her head off, and I realized I'm actually, you know, going numb on my left side.
Wow.
That's fucking insane, dude. Jesus.
Even the doctor, I never, even when my, you know, aunt and grandma were out of the room, I didn't tell the doctor about that. But
Damn.
yeah, have you guys ever been in an MRI?
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of.
No.
I think it's kind of like what it would be like if you were inside of a cell phone with all the notifications and vibrations going off.
Dude, fuck that. It's nuts.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know anything about that.
So
Yeah, I've been
tip
in
for all
MRI.
the boys out there: just know you can't have oral sex with ice cubes.
Yeah, if a girl offers to blow you with an ice cube in her mouth, don't do it.
I did it with an Altoid at one time.
Damn it.
How
When
was
this
that?
first started, I was just like,
Yeah.
I
actually-
not a bad idea.
But it feels nice.
But yeah, I tried it with an Altoid, well, I didn't do it, but I mean, like, she did it to me with an Altoid.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I thought you're pretty damn flexible, aren't you, boy?
No, you don't know I've sucked my own dick?
No, I didn't.
Well, there you go.
We better get that camera now.
Well, we'll go into that story in a bit.
Thank you.
No, but yeah, she did it with an Altoid, and it wasn't that great actually. It was,
I guess
it wasn't that cold.
Bro, we'll just make an OnlyFans literally just for one video of you sucking your own dick.
right.
All right.
Gonna charge $500 for that.
It hurts my back, man. Like, it's just like there's a lot of. It's like a lot of stretching and dedication that you got to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am dedicated to do this. So like, what the technique is you when you're in your own bed, you throw your legs back and you walk your legs down the wall, and then like pelvic thrust into your mouth and try it out. But let me tell you, it's more of actually sucking a dick than getting your dick sucked.
I would imagine.
It's just more work than what is necessary. Like at that point, I'm just like, man, I wish I just would have jerked off.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be that different from if you were pecking yourself.
And that's how you get scoliosis.
So,
So I got a question for you then, Bishop. So what did you do with the cum? Did you like squirt it on your face or what the fuck happened?
Spinners or quitters.
Pretty much, and then I was just like, this is fucking disgusting. Yeah, no.
So you gave yourself your own cum shot.
Basically, and then like I'm waiting for him to hit that laugh track. I mean,
What laugh track?
I'm waiting for the audience to laugh at me.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to, you know.
But yeah,
load
no,
the
I'm
guns.
not ashamed to like tell that. But yeah, it's like after that happens, it's like, you remember when you first jerked off and like you felt so bad.
Yeah,
And,
the
like just
shame.
felt
Yeah.
That is exactly the feeling. Like it comes back. Like now when I jerk off, like I'm perfectly fine. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I just jerked off. But
Yeah.
like when that happens, it's just like I want to go to bed now. I don't want to, like I don't want to.
Much like after the real thing.
Basically, it's like having sex with like the most ugly girl that you could find off of Tinder, and you just love it yourself.
So
That's what it's like. It's like you just feel so fucking bad, and then you're just like, I don't want to talk about
So
it.
literally Arizona City.
Yeah. Arizona,
you don't
good
do
old
laugh
Arizona
track.
shit.
Thank you.
We mean laugh track.
Thank you. I'm glad I forced you into that.
And I don't
But
even
yeah,
know.
I took
like-
one for the team for you guys. It's not that pleasurable.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
wait, we're talking about like taking one for the team, like Ryker having a stroke mid blowjob.
Just Ryker having a stroke. I thought actually when you said that you guys went like to go back at it.
We did.
But I thought you were gonna say like, so she got 2 ice cubes this time.
we had enough of that, and we just went straight to.
She brought the whole bag.
And then my whole body had a stroke. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
She
sorry.
actually started burying me and throwing the ice cubes on.
It was then I realized that this was a black market deal, and she was taking my liver.
Wait, real quick though. What happened to her after, like before, like you guys went to the hospital? Like, did she leave already?
She had she didn't obviously her plan was she wasn't going to stay the night initially, but she told her parents that she was at a friend's house, a girlfriend's house, obviously.
Yeah.
And had a little too much to drink, so she was just going to crash
Oh,
there.
okay.
But yeah, she hung out with me, kept an eye on me, luckily, and when the morning came, she had to leave, and I had to call my parents and tell them, "Hey, I had a stroke."
And did you keep her updated? Like, she knew you went to the hospital?
Yeah, I sent her pictures of me in the hospital bed with the fucking IV. Banner is the worst at putting IVs in you.
Oh.
There was blood all over my arm. It was fucking terrible.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't that great the second time, because it wasn't like 2 weeks after that. I had I went to the gym for a training, and I was very dehydrated apparently, so I crashed.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And after the fact, did you ever have any more like meetups with her?
Hell yeah.
You did?
Really?
Hell yeah.
You did.
Several times in the car.
My boy.
Damn.
Nice. And all those times were fine, right?
Oh yeah. It's fun times.
She actually like prepped it and warmed it up beforehand. She's
my
like treating it
job.
like the fire.
She just took like a blow dryer in her mouth. It's like,
Yeah, she took a fucking blow dryer. Yeah, my girl usually gets a blow dryer first before we go at it. Yeah, you guys all know. You guys all know out there.
Yep.
So Corey, I remember you're about to like talk about taking one for the team.
What was taking one for the team. So after Ryker having a stroke, and then you sucking your own dick, and then apparently jerking off while eating a hot dog. There's 2 points for you, buddy.
Hey guys, don't do that.
Don't have one hole to go.
Fuck you guys. You guys don't know about eating a hot dog and jerking off.
It's not gay.
Yep, well, I mean, there's always the story about how I left during my first threesome. Wow, y'all are looking at me really hard.
Well, I thought I would have heard like all your stories by now, but I guess not.
No.
I want to hear this one.
Alright, so... I feel so bad. So, it was funny because it was just like... I went over to my friend's house. It was... Both these people, I had both been in bands with them. They were together, and we were over to their house. I'd go over to their house every weekend. Well, the female in the relationship of those two, she had a friend come over and visit. I think she wasn't in. I don't remember where she was from, but I guess she lives here. I guess now. But yeah, no. And then there was this random ass dude. I don't remember where the fuck he came from. He was just there.
He just came off the street.
Yeah.
He just walked in.
No,
Someone promised me crack.
Well, he wasn't there for the crack. He was definitely there for the drinking. And then
And the ass crack.
Well, yeah. So it was just a kickback. It was the 5 of us. We were all hanging out. But then the couple of the house, they were just like, "Oh, we're tired. We're gonna go ahead to bed." They obviously want to go have sex and shit like that, right? So we're still in the living room, the 3 of us. It's just me, this other dude, and this girl. Well, and she's just like, and we're like, "Oh, well, I don't even know who initiated it at first. I think it was just like, I think it was the other dude. He's just like, I'm horny." And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm horny too." And I'm like, "Okay."
You guys don't even ask the girl. You just look at her.
Okay.
Are you gonna do something about this?
He was halfway in from the start.
Yeah, it was doomed from the start because I had never gone through anything like this before, and it was my first time, and it was just like, okay, and it's just like we got good, got through everything. We probably got through the whole blowjob part, and then we did an Eiffel Tower and shit like that. I took I took them out first, and then for some odd reason it was just really bad because I was just so out of my element, I couldn't get it up. It was so fucking weird. And so I was trying to, and then I was just fuck this, and I got my shit and left. I literally got my shit and left. And then since I'm still really good friends with the couple, and because I was their closest friend, and so the guy texts me, he's like, "Dude, come back." I was just like, "Why?" And it was just we kicked them out. Come back.
I know he's like, "Come back. I can only finish if you're back."
And when I came back, they were gone. And then my friend, the girlfriend of that relationship was crying like a motherfucker. She was just like, "I found them having sex in the bathroom." I was just like, "Yeah." Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing that happened.
It was
that
the
night.
weirdest fucking thing. And I was drunk too, so obviously, I was up in North Phoenix, 45 minutes from home.
Christ.
So I was just like, "Fuck, all right, I'll crash here, whatever." And that's essentially the story.
Speaking of taking one for the team, I got a stupid ass story of me
don't.
taking one for the team, and it just happened recently too.
Taking one for the
Wait, do
team.
I know
That's the name
this?
of this episode.
Do I know
So I'm not sure if you know this yet. Corey does, because
Okay.
Angela probably told him at work, or I know she told other
I'll
coworkers.
okay, I don't
But,
remember particularly, but
So, we get pretty kinky, we like doing stuff, and we watch porn together. So
Yeah.
in the porn world, you see stuff that normally wouldn't happen in real life. But
of course.
Porn.
one thing we've seen that we thought would be hot is fucking on the side of the road.
What the fuck?
Oh yes, you
So-
told me this.
So we go up to Mesa. We go up to Mesa every Wednesday to go hang out with friends and stuff. And on the way back into town, one time we had pulled over on the freeway. We had pulled over in a dark spot, and we fucked, and it was great. It was great. So then fast forward to a few weeks later, it was really hot, and it was fun. And so we were like, let's do it again. So we were driving back.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, we were driving back, and the spot we did the first time wasn't available because there was construction on the freeway. So I kept going down the freeway, and I pulled over to one spot, and I thought it was all right. Angela was like, I don't know, it looks kind of bright, and I was like, oh, well, let's try it out. If you don't want to do it, we won't do it, but let's try it out. Let's see how it is. And so we get out. And we start fucking.
Wait. So, how, are you literally outside of your car?
Yeah, outside of my car.
Like, on the sidewalk?
Yeah, on, the right side, so we're not facing the street. We're
really? I thought you were in the car.
No, we weren't in the car. We were outside of the car.
That's not taking one for the team. Everyone's fucked on the side of the road in their car.
Yeah. So we get out.
I've done it, too.
And and she starts blowing me. And then we see a state trooper going by. And it looked like they didn't they just went by. So we had stopped for a second, but when he passed and kept going, we were like, all right, let's keep going. So she was like, no, I think we should go, but we kept going, and turns out the state trooper had turned around, pulled up behind us, and he got out, and we freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure if I should just stay there and wait for him to come up to us. So we got back in my car, rolled the windows down. So we literally got back in the car, rolled the windows down, and the first thing, he laughed. He laughed when
he actually saw this?
Yeah, so he saw it. So he rolled the window down, and he just laughed, and he's like, I'm going to need to see your registration and license. So
out of that whole bit, it's license and registration.
That's what caught them laughing.
So he gets our information. He has to see me. He's like, I'd like step out of the car, please. So I go to his truck, and he was like, so was this just like a bucket list type of thing? And I was like, yeah. And
you're not dying.
The cool thing is we got let off. This state trooper was really cool.
Was so goddamn lucky.
Yeah, the state trooper was really cool. He was like, a lot of people are like this, want to do adventure things, do things like this, just not on the freeway. He's like, take the back roads. And he's like, you can find a spot where you can do that. So he literally...
No. You know what he's doing? He's offering you his, the route that he doesn't do.
Yeah.
No. He's offering him the route that he goes specifically to find them. Because then it's like
he's trying to set us up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no,
all the state troopers show up.
He wants to get in on it.
There's a bunch of trucks that show up and they're all watching this. They have popcorn.
So that wasn't it either. He literally did give us advice. He told us a few spots that we could go. He gave us advice. The
mailman shows up
and he was like, yeah, I was just gonna give you a warning. I wasn't gonna do anything. It's just the fact that it's a freeway and people could see if a kid saw or something, and
you could have gotten arrested for public indecency.
Yeah.
Oh
and
no, Jimmy!
Luckily we got let off. He had talked to her a little bit, and same thing. He gave her advice of where we could go, and he ended up getting a call that there was I think somebody was speeding, and he was like, yeah, I gotta go. So he didn't even write up anything. He didn't give us anything. He just let us go. So yeah, little tip, don't fuck on the freeway.
Let me give you a little tip. Just go to fucking Picacho Peak, because the ranger is never there at night.
You drove all the way to Picacho Peak?
It was a midway point for me and her. She lived in Tucson.
Oh, okay.
And we literally would do it just on top of Picacho Peak.
Oh, okay. On top?
Yeah.
You'd climb up there to go do that?
Well, I mean, obviously a flat.
He brought towels.
Yeah.
No. Wait, you hiked?
No. We drove.
Oh, so you just stayed in the parking lot area?
Yeah, we would take
I thought you literally
car
were
trail.
dedicated to hike all the way up there just to have sex.
No.
I was
if we're
damn,
gonna do that,
dude.
we might as well just do it in one of the damn bathrooms at the bottom. But no, we would take one of the car trails up to one of the parking spots that would overlook the town.
Yeah, I got you.
That was fun.
Wait. So Eddie, where was this? It was on the freeway?
Yeah, it was.
Wait,
the 10?
No, it was kind of close. We passed Casablanca Road, so it was kind of close to town. It was a little bit before you get the exit off of McCartney.
Okay.
A little bit before that, and there was a little bit of light. So I don't even know why we stopped, but we stopped. there.
Damn,
how can you do
you're
that?
a horny
I can't
motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I can't do that because it's like I need like the privacy. Like as much as an extrovert piece of shit I am, like with sex, it's just like, you know, I just want that between me and her. Yeah. And I know Corey hears me and Jenna sometimes. I know he does.
Bro, I mean, I don't give a fuck because I've had roommates where I can literally hear them going, ah!
Like both the guy and girl are making that noise.
Yeah, no, like when my old, like I used to. So it was funny because like in my old apartment situation, my roommate got this girl pregnant the first time.
Okay, that's a huge.
While we were at the apartment, so he's just like, "Yo, like unfortunately, I need to move because I'm gonna have a kid." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "Okay." Well, what ended up happening was I ended up having one of my ex's room with me, and she was like fucking other dudes while I was there, and obviously it was cool. Like I don't really fucking care.
It was cool.
Like,
sometimes I watch. You know?
Okay, all right. No, there were no feelings. There were no feelings or anything. Like we had already tried to date, I think like twice, and then like it was just like fuck. I need a roommate, so I didn't give a fuck at that point. But it was just funny because like me and the other dude would actually go and have a cigarette and talk about music because he played in a band in California, and so I was just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. And he's like, yeah, you play guitar, da 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 da. Trying to like connect, you know, like trying to do like, you know, make connections in California and shit like that. I didn't fucking care.
It's like the plot of an indie film or something.
Yeah, no, and he also got his master's in law, so he's a lawyer too.
Wow.
Yeah, so so he's doing very well for himself. But yeah, no,
Good on him.
Yeah, no, he was a really fucking cool dude. Even though now apparently me and him are Eskimo brothers. Dude, you gotta understand, I've had some weird fucking situations in my life. Nothing really that affects me that much anymore.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't really get to start like actually having situations and stuff till I turned 21.
Same.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like 19, I guess, because that's when I like 19. Started becoming active.
That was when you lost your virginity?
I lost my virginity at 19.
See, I was a late bloomer. Mine was 21.
Yeah?
Yeah.
17.
I thought 19 was like a late bloomer, but...
No, I'm 21. I was 21, dude. I'm not 21 currently, but I was... I was 21 when that happened.
Not yet.
I was a very religious boy.
Mm-hmm.
When did you lose your
witness looking ass?
I was probably like 15 or 16.
Damn!
Oh. Damn it!
Fucking pedophilia over there. Would you fuck a cougar? I'm just kidding.
Dude, that's gonna become his favorite sample.
I know it is.
Is this like the only podcast? It can't be the only podcast with a laugh track.
Oh god, I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, every radio station from here since like say 1962.
That's right. What the fuck? I completely forgot about radio.
Yeah.
What, radio exists?
Yeah.
What?
Well, because it's gotten so fucking bad, man.
Radio sucks, dude.
Radio is just terrible now. I remember. Do you guys remember?
Still pays better than Spotify for your music.
I don't have Spotify, but Tidal's worse. So. Wait, I feel like you would know this, but you remember 103.9?
Yes.
So you used to listen to that.
Yeah.
I knew you would. I don't know if you two know.
97.9.
Yeah.
That's always a classic, but 103.9. Do you remember when they would do 90 minutes on the 90s?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love that shit. I remember like Hum would play, like Soundgarden, fucking all these 90s bands, Tool and all that. I would literally wait for the time of day when that would come on, and I would sit there and listen to it on the radio. And it's just it's so fucking crazy because I feel like we're all boomers now. But it's like you can just stream all that shit now. But back then, like even with us as kids, like we would still wait for our favorite song to come on the radio. Oh, I remember waiting for that Michael Jackson "Alien Ant Farm" song to come on.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a Michael Jackson cover.
I didn't know that either.
Until and dude, okay, actually, I didn't see Alien Ant Farm live, but I went to their show over at BOK Live in Scottsdale, and it was Buck Cherry was headlining, and POD and Lit were playing. And honestly, Lit and POD stole that show. Stole it. like no one stayed for Buck Cherry after.
Wow.
I don't even know who that is.
It is like, and like, well, like who? I don't even know his fucking name of the dude who sings for Buck Cherry. He's just like, no titties. He's like, what the fuck was he saying? He's like, oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock and no titties in Arizona. That's new. I was just like, well, y'all suck.
Yeah. Did you hear the story of when Nickelback went to go play in Brazil?
I thought he got booed off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Portugal?
Oh, it might have been Portugal.
Yeah, where he was like, are there any Nickelback fans in Portugal?
And literally no one said anything.
Really?
They go to a fucking Nickelback show, but they're not Nickelback fans. So what the? They still paid for the fucking tickets.
Yeah, no, like nobody was moving, I guess.
No,
and like the singer just stopped.
Does like nothing happen in Portugal to where like they just are like, hey, a band's playing, so we're just gonna go to it?
I guess, or they were like really into the opening acts.
There was opening.
Or the headlining acts, if they were actually.
What was it, Trapped? Was it Trapped in Nickelback?
We don't mention that name here.
Trapped is the greatest band that ever lived.
Oh, go
strong. I'll suck
You ever seen that cover of Nirvana?
No, I love them.
That Nirvana cover.
Jacob, I'm very curious because I'm like this close to beating the living shit out of you right now.
Real quick, Eddie, don't fucking knock Puddle. As much as he fucking butchered that, he sounded good 12 years ago on YouTube with that video. He sounded just like Kurt. But man, oh man, it was a little rough.
She fucking hates me.
But the reason why I love Trap... The reason why I love Trap is because they're so fucking like hated now that they're just literally living off of it.
This is the future of Forsaken Scum.
This is actually the future of many like people like on the internet and stuff. Like they realize they're dying, so then they start getting people to hate them to get publicity back.
There's no bad publicity is good publicity. There's no such
thing as bad publicity. Yeah.
That's what people are literally stemming off of now. Like pretty even much. YouTubers now. Yeah. Like that's what they're doing is they're living off of like people hating them because of all this publicity coming in.
Yeah, they're taking a page out of the Logan and Jake Paul book.
That's just bad.
Really? I thought it was the Amir book.
Those guys are a whole different story. That's
just well, I mean, it's just Frankie, but like I don't understand why everyone hates Frankie so much. I don't get it. Frankie Palmieri, he's the vocalist of Amir. And he's the only original member of that group.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny.
I've never been an Amir fan, so I wouldn't really know.
What was the name of that? What the fuck was that name of that band that does like the 1000? Their album art was like that of a lion.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of lions.
Well, I listened to this band. They were really fucking good, but like, who fucking was it?
Miss May I?
Miss May I?
No, it was not Miss. No, okay, no, I see where you're going, but no, it's not Miss May I.
Shout out Miss May I.
But while he's looking that up, it's kind of funny how like Attila fucking lives off of that shit, but they don't get nearly the amount of like backlash and hate that bands like Amir get.
See, the thing with Attila is I liked that. I liked that they lived off of that hate, even though they weren't even getting that much hate. Like Franz is a genius with the things that he does, being an entrepreneur, but they kind of got away with that with their newest album.
Oh yeah,
they're more of like a serious band now.
Yeah,
maybe that was because of the whole shit with his ex that pissed him off, and he was like, "Well, let's write a serious record."
He finally had something like real to write about.
Yeah, Franz is super underrated though. I mean, like.
For real,
he's
really
a talented
smart.
motherfucker.
I mean, he's really smart with what he does.
I've never heard anyone do like his style of vocals before him, or at least not as well as he does them, like the screaming rap.
Yeah, I may not be an Attila fan per se. Like I used to listen to them, but their live shows, their live presence is really good. I've seen them live 3 times, and I didn't know all the words to the songs or anything, but they put on a fucking show.
You know what's
like that's the point. It's the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's Glass Cloud. They have members of Glass Cloud now.
I have heard of them. Yeah, they are good.
That's going back to the point of Amir. Now that, and of course everybody knows this, that now that members of Glass Cloud have now joined Amir, and now they just decided to write their best record yet.
Now
I don't know any of these bands. Except for Attila, I know of them. I actually did appreciate like his talent with being
hashtag Metal Elias alert.
And you know what? This Metal Elias is actually giving credit to what is his name?
Franz.
That's a cool name.
Well, Franz had to do something. He had to do a fuck ton of shit on the back end. There's no way that just his clothing line was what made him that money.
No, he's also in like real estate, producing. He's got his own label, or he's had several.
Well,
labels.
I know he has his own label.
Yeah, that's pretty much like.
Is it? It had to have been real estate, because like.
Yeah.
You don't get I'm sorry, but like I mean I've studied business, I've studied entrepreneurship. You don't get a Lamborghini just from a clothing line.
No, you don't get a Lamborghini from a clothing line and music. It's definitely the real estate.
It has to be the real estate.
And he's smart with his label too. Like they have a lot of talented artists. Shout out to Dropout Kings, those boys, local Arizona boys, getting signed by Franz.
Right.
You know what's funny? The one time I had the chance to see Attila is because Go Ask Alice was opening for them.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see them because the fucking bouncer at Livewire wouldn't let me back in after leaving after my set to go get some water. I had the wristband, wouldn't let me back in. Didn't get to see Attila. Had the merch in my fucking car.
That's why Livewire didn't last.
Yeah, right?
He's like, we don't stay hydrated here.
You either die or you get drunk.
Yeah, you either dehydrate yourself with alcohol or you just die.
I'm not sure what killed Livewire, but I wasn't in the scene at the time, so I never got to play there. But the shows that I saw there, I liked the place, and then I saw them close down. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, they had good shows. I think it was just like management and just the way they ran things.
Thanks for joining us for this lovely episode of SKUMCAST. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, as well as like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of our content. Thank you for listening, you scumbags.